Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for game two of the night. We've got some action here today. We've got Oppers Anonymous versus German Efficiency. Joined with me tonight is Disenchanted. How are you doing today?
How's it going, everyone? I am good, and this is pretty exciting because if I remember correctly, these two teams are on the are 0-2, right? Both looking for their
German
first
Efficiency
win,
has
or are
one
they
win.
one?
They
Okay,
won the
okay.
first week against Sova King.
Well, either way, Sova King's looking to fight for their first win. German Efficiency looking to get up on the leaderboard, especially now because my team lost. There's one less team in that first place role. Uh,
Yeah, Oppers Anonymous definitely going to be searching for that win tonight. They've got their, chromatic muffin, Smetty triple combo that they've been trying to rely on, that little trio that they spent around the same money on.
yeah,
So we'll have to see if they can rely on that tonight and hopefully, pull that off a little bit. But we're on
yeah.
split tonight. What do you expect to see tonight?
Well, I know that German Efficiency have been playing a good amount of Sentinels. I think we're gonna see a Killjoy, um, especially because her name is German Efficiency, so they better play Killjoy. But I don't know. I think looking at everything, I would put my money on German Efficiency. I mean, the Spaceman, Spiff, and Respect have been both popping off pretty much in all their games. So I think those two can reliably be a good good just carry for their team, and hopefully
Mhm.
their other members can um, also
Yeah,
perform well.
definitely.
So yeah,
Definitely makes sense.
I think that their team is going to take it tonight.
We'll have to see, as it sounds like we're finally getting into the map here. That white screen is kind of awkward and annoying as we finally get in here. As we see a nice comp coming out of two Sentinels on the side here. We've got Mai Wang in the game this time today. I think that's the substitute generally, I think. I'm not sure on
Yeah,
that.
that's a substitute
All right, yeah. So
for
German efficiencies, yeah, running the sub Mai Wang here. So running him on the Killjoy as well. We'll have to see how that one runs out.
yeah. So this is interesting here. We got Spaceman Spiff on the Reyna, going for an entry fragger, trying to pop off here on split.
Yeah, Oppers Anonymous have this pretty interesting comp here. We see a Viper out of Crystallize here. We'll just see how this one plays off as we're going to see, it looks like, what an A push coming out here as Oppers Anonymous are on attack side first. We'll see what they can make happen here as they're trying to come in up ramps here, excuse me. A little awkward grenade bounce. I think they kind of stopped their own push a little bit there.
Yeah, a
Nice
little
kill
bit.
by Wang. Picking up one. Peeking on as they are on the site now.
Yeah, they have somebody in elbow now. They're trying to get the plant down. And
Spike planted.
Viper Wolf was decently effective at covering their entrance, and it covered everything except for screens.
Good molly by Rogue Mallard to get a lot of damage on the Chromatic there, as there is going to be a 4v2 on this retake. There is a lot good amount of time left. Chromatic can go down. Smetty is in a 1v4, now a 1v3. Nice headshot of him. Able to get another shot to take it down to 2, but is not going to be enough as K4 is able to take the trade. And that's going to be a nice round for them.
Yeah, Smitty with some nice shots there, but unfortunately, when all was said and done, they were looking at a 4v2 retake from the side of German Efficiency there. So kind of hard for the attackers to actually take it. And we're going to see the defenders win the first round. We're going to see a little bit of a buy coming out here.
Yeah, interesting to see what they'll do with their money. We'll definitely have to keep an eye. I know a lot of teams kind of, I think at least it seems like, have lately been kind of buying or forcing a little bit here in the league.
Yeah.
At least
And,
trying to put some money in.
I like the thought process in it. Like you won the first round, spend some money to make sure that you take the second round. It is a little bit risky if you lose, but in an ideal situation you'll win. And we're gonna see a really fast A rush. They're gonna take Heaven, all 5 of them just going straight into Heaven.
And coming out, that's going to be it landing on a lot. K4 is going to be able to get 2 on the trade as well. Chris is finally going to pick them down, but picking up a 1 for 2, slowing down the of
Squads.
Anonymous. Spaceman is able to pick up 2 on his own. This attack has been around. Is able to pick crystals there.
All right. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what you want to see when you spend money. Is you keep everyone alive, keep their guns for the next round. Now, they get to have a bonus round here where they can save their guns, save their money, still have enough to buy the next round. And if they do end up winning this round, they're in a really good spot. But it does look like some people are going to opt to buy, though I guess they're going to tell Mai Wang, hey, you should probably save that Spectre and use it this round. So
I'll
yeah,
show that
looks like they're gonna
brimstone
go into
true
this round
power.
looking for a bonus round, and if they win, that's a good way to start snowballing a half. So we're gonna see a slower push here from the attackers.
Yeah, change of
The whole
pace,
time more
change of pace.
defaults. Yeah.
Nice to see it.
Coming out mid for some control here. Dramatic gonna take it.
Dramatic, gonna put some nice shots there. Gonna put a
Very
lot of
close.
damage out onto that Phoenix as Rogue Mallard's gonna heal himself up. Does not have that wall though, is not able to heal himself to full.
Yep. And they're posting up here in garage. They're sending a lot of pressure towards here, but it is gonna be pretty hard to push through all the Cypher utility. So they're gonna fall back. Probably gonna go to A through spawn, and Chromatic is kind of gonna stay here in this mid. Lurk, see if he can catch anyone off guard coming from heaven. Though Smitty is gonna want to get moving soon.
Yeah, they're gonna make a
either
rush
get
towards A
through-
here.
So it looks like they're gonna just run through, and they know
Oh, the
already.
smokes are mid.
Placing
They
swarm grenade.
flash mid. They do not know this is here. The A take is actually seemingly completely taking them by surprise. As Offers Anonymous have completely swarmed the site. The site
30
is theirs. The
seconds left.
plant is going to start coming down now. This should be a nice bomb plant as
Spike
Crystallize is
planted.
able to take this and turn it into a 5v4.
Chromatic is
Kreger is able to pick up my wing instead actually there. Nice pickup there. Able to turn this into a 5v2 instead as Spaceman Spiff now kind of on the ropes here. Skateboard still has this Phantom. Nice pickup from him. Unfortunately, Spectre here, just from Spaceman Spiff's, able to trade into a Vandal. Nice pickup from him. Here he's going to
Going
pop
to go
it
ahead
too.
and use it.
This
He's
is
gonna try it
big.
again on the site, and he sees.
K4 is able to pick up some.
Player remaining.
That's it.
It's going to be the fourth one.
Oh man.
K4 picks up Gregory, getting the triple kill as Spaceman Spiff's going to defuse this bomb. Big, huge round for them, ensuring the 3-0 start to this game.
Yeah, what a beautiful round. You know, I was saying that this was going to be the Respect in the Spaceman Spiff show, but looks like we've got K4 stepping in here and putting up a big 8 kills in the first 3 rounds. And that's going to be huge for the side of German efficiency here, as the enemy team isn't going to get quite a full buy. I'm assuming they're missing a little bit of utility. They do have a full buy in terms of weapon and armor, but they are spending down to 100 and zeros. Meanwhile, the enemy team money is looking pretty good, so really good spot for German efficiency here. They're looking poised to take this first half by storm, especially if they take this round here.
We'll have to see if Offers Anonymous can change their strategy, but it's not going to matter. Spaceman Stiff's going to land a killer headshot on the Muffin there, right down mid. As Offers Anonymous now, they're kind of second guessing themselves.
Very nice shot.
As Chromatic's going to take down Spaceman Smith. Smitty's able to take down Respect with the grenade there, as they're able to take up B side and get a bomb plant, it looks like, down.
Ooh.
Spike planted.
Hyper?
Rogue Mallard, oh,
Oh.
Smitty did not aim that, unfortunately, well enough. They knew Rogue Mallard's there. They know exactly where he is. That wall, unfortunately, is going to help him get out of there, too. Crystallize kind of helped him escape.
Yeah. And, the molly. And
The defuse is going to be tapped. I don't know. Yeah, he's going to get the tap, but he's going to be... Now we're to 2v2. My wing. He's going to push forward. He's going to go towards the storm. It's at half. He's going to go right for the bomb. Even though the whole behind, he did not check, unfortunately for him. Nice attempt from them. The Offers Anonymous, though, are finally able to pick up their first win. An important win for them.
yeah, very nice usage of the Brimstone ult from Gregory there. Delaying the bomb defuse for enough time, getting them enough space to retake that site, even though it was 2v3. So well played from the side of Offers Anonymous. Hopefully this is the round. That's the round they need to come back into this game. And the money looks like it's gonna be a lot more
Safety's
even
up.
this time. So we're getting back to even situations here.
Yeah, the Brimalt was in a really perfectly well-timed spot, too, to make sure he was still, trying to get it to happen, not been able to finish it, or, stop it right away.
Very
Nice
fast A push.
Clear for them as this A push is coming in hot and heavy. As it's going to take down my Wang. Grenade's coming in. My Wang's going to throw a blind, or Muffin, excuse me, going to throw a blind out. As they're kind of being a little safe here, as they're just going to give up sight. Bomb plant comes down for Offers
Spike
Anonymous.
planted.
Smitty's able to take down Spaceman Spiff here too.
Yep. Good trades coming out from the attacker side, and it's going to put them in a 5v3 situation now, as the German efficiency tries to
I
play
don't know
the
if Rogue
3
Mallard's
take.
gonna
Ooh,
reach
almost
there.
gets hit by that stun. a lot of noise here, and it's just gonna get
Chromatic
pre-fired.
able to get that kill onto Rogue Mallard. Big pickup there as we're in
One
the
player standing.
As 8-4, I don't know if he wants any of this action. He might just try to run away here and save his gun. We'll see what he does here, see if he tries to play the hero or not. Does not
looks like
decide to do that. It's probably a smart decision, playing it safe, get his gun, get his money out of there.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think his team isn't going to be in a great position here to buy. Looks like they don't have enough money right now, and unfortunately for the side of German efficiency, they've given up a little bit of their lead as they have a good chance here of not winning this round since they don't have the money to buy guns. But if we're going to talk about something, I think we should talk about Spaceman Spiff on the Guardian. We've seen him kind of just destroy people, tapping everyone's heads, so maybe we can see a miracle coming out of him this round to help with the eco.
We'll see if they can keep this nice action going, as Operas Anonymous have made a nice two-round run here, excuse me.
Yep, great comeback here. This side of Operas Anonymous.
Ooh, nice. That's gonna both of them. As Chromatic's gonna hit
Ooh.
Rogue Mallard and get the kill too. Isn't even able to hit on the backside as well. Chromatic's barely able to pick up that kill as well. Nice try there. Spaceman Spiff unfortunately not able to pick up the kill.
Yep, I guess that's the caster's curse coming into full effect there. Spaceman Spiff looked like the crosshair was good, but the shots maybe not just connecting. Unfortunate for him, and it looks like again the attack side's going to have a perfect execute.
Flawless.
Yeah, Muffin's gonna take it in my wing to get that flawless, like you just mentioned. Nice round from them, able to equalize the score at 3-3.
Yeah, huge. And they have a lot of money in their pockets. This is really big. Attacking, especially on this map, split. Normally we know it as a very defender-sided map, so it's really important to get as many attack rounds as you can on this one. And Operas Anonymous doing a great job finding these rounds and coming back from the initial 3-round deficit that they faced in the first round. Looks like we're going to see another A push here with the Viper wall going down.
I think it's worth mentioning, since the changes from the beta and what they've done to, you know, Sage, that it's not as CT sided as favored as it was before.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true, especially when you, I mean, Sage is still actually pretty decent on this map, I think. But neither teams are running it, so it doesn't really matter here. Looks like they're going to go in with this Chromatic ult. Oof. A lot of utility thrown at Spaceman.
Okay, Boris, Gregory's going to take that trade, though, as the plant's going down from Crystallize. That is a nice
Spike
4
planted.
plant take, bomb take, excuse me, as they're going to have a hard retake in front of them.
Yeah, I think Spaceman Spiff got a little secret there. Rogue Mallard. Got shooting at Rogue Mallard.
Under the breach is going to be taken down. This is a nice retake. Nice and clean. They're going to save all 4 members that were alive there as they get the bomb defusal.
Skwecht, they're finally showing up with 3 kill rounds. Putting himself on the board now. I think that's what he needed. I think he can start to show his true German efficiency come into play soon as we get into the next rounds here. And nice job by them to stop the bleeding. If they lost that round, it would have. I think Operas Anonymous could have ran away with the half there, but.
Yeah, we're all of a sudden back at like a kind of momentum halted, dead even, standpoint again, where we've kind of had 2 situations where we've been like, oh man, are these guys running away with it? Back to right dead even. So I'm really excited. This match has been super dead even, super close. So hopefully we can keep this up. Yeah,
this has been really fun to watch so far, and again, teams are dead even. The round difference is only 1. Both teams have relatively good buys next round, and
they're going hard on the B here, as they're going to be. He ran off bullets, unfortunately for him. That is able to get 3 for 2 though in exchange. As there's 2 members on the back of B here, as this bomb is going to try to come down to default.
Alright, and when it's all said and done, oh, but he's not planted, and
before the bomb comes up, he was not in the safe. He's going to be taken down by that Smetty. We're in a 1v1 situation. able to get that 1v1. Nice pickup from him. Able to secure the round. Much needed round for their economy.
Wow, these fights are crazy. Oppers Anonymous really just likes to go in. They wait for the perfect moment. They work picks just for a little bit. They pick their time and they just go in all 5. They just say, hey, you know, we're either gonna take this site and win, or we're all gonna die and lose. And it's been really fun to watch. I gotta say, it's been really entertaining.
Yeah, we'll
Well,
see what they do here. See if they mix it up again. See, you know, it seems like they've kind of adjusted well on the side from the side of German efficiency, I should say.
Yeah, definitely. And it looks like we're gonna have 4 ults on their side from German efficiency, so hopefully they can use that to their advantage. And they're pushed up mid here. K4 and Rogue now they're trying to take some control, but Fnatic is using his
If you're
ability to
Oppers
clear it
Anonymous,
out.
you really want this round is they're gonna try to get some damage down into mid here.
Out of charges.
As K4's gonna TP back into heaven there. Get out of there a little bit.
And Spaceman Spiff is ropes here. They knew someone was ropes, but I'm not sure if they know that K4 rotated into heaven, so they're rotating out of mid here. They kind of had some control, but they secure it.
K4
Nice
is gonna
pick from
pick up a
K4.
nice wall bang onto Muffin there. Gonna turn into a 5v4 as the attackers are suddenly stopped, not sure what to do.
Yeah, and they're playing really slow, kind of doing this B split. They haven't really pushed up mid all that much. It looks like they're gonna start making their move now, but
30 seconds
Chromatic
left.
kind of blew all of his utility at the start of the round. He doesn't really have much. He's just gonna
Going
drive
into goodness, Chromatic's gonna pick a nice
One player remaining.
Ooh!
Okay.
K4!
He's down to K4 to secure that ace. Big round from him.
Huge! K4 coming up big with the ace, and that was a quick ace. I mean, well, I guess he got the first pick at the beginning of the round, but
It was 3
oh,
like
man.
boop, 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 you know?
those 4 died immediately, and oh my god, K4 with 16 kills right now. Absolutely popping off.
Yeah, big round for them. We'll have to see if they can keep this up as we're suddenly in 6-3 as the round score. And if you're the side of Oppers Anonymous, you need to step it up here as we're going to see it looking like a fast push onto A.
Yeah, this is a really important round to win for Oppers Anonymous. They can't afford to buy next round if they lose.
No one's as the side of German Efficiency has given it up and they're going for the retake, it looks like. Basement Smith, oh, just unfortunately unable to get that one kill on the end side of that there.
Joke's over. You're dead.
We're in a stable position to retake us. We're going to see if they have what it takes to do this. German Efficiency, they want this round, but if you're Oppers Anonymous, they really need it. Has a really nice entrance into this. He got
player
that.
remaining.
And that's,
Down Smetty. Crystallize left, but on the backside, he's got the mollies. Able to survive as My Wing is able to pick up the kill on Crystallize. That's a big win for them to make the round 7-3.
yeah, I'm honestly kind of surprised he lasted that long, honestly. There were like 3 or 4 people looking at, I think it was 3 people looking at him, so I don't know, I guess they just missed their shots. But anyways, great round coming out of German Efficiency. If you're them, you're feeling super good about where you're at. The enemy economy is kind of in tatters. They're not really gonna buy anything right now, so great position now for German Efficiency. We're gonna see a slow garage push here, and we see the Viper wall come down.
Last round is going to be scouted by Sweat and
Oh man.
just unfortunately, you look at this one. I thought it was going to be able to go through, but just gets a little damage on the Chromatic. It's going to be a 1-for-1 in the end. So Muffin's able to take down K4 on the backside of that in heaven.
Yeah, great picks here, and ooh, Muffin with another pick.
Spike planted.
From them is now finally the ult's going to come down from Crystallize. Smith is going to see them. This is going to be an awkward situation. Stalemate. Crystallize. Can you pull this 1v1? Crystallize, you cannot. Spaceman Smith, that's a big kill from him. He is now in a situation of a 2v2.
One enemy remaining.
And unfortunately puts himself in the crossfire of a 2v1. And
Yeah.
now we're back with My Wing sneaking around. Can he pull this off?
He's got 19 health. It might not be. It would be a little bit of a miracle.
I don't think he saw him on Raptor still.
Ooh,
Cormac's
and
able to
he's
pick
gonna
up the
make
kill.
much noise.
Nice round from them. That was a much needed win for them as
Last
we're going to reach
round
the
in
last
the
round in the
half.
half.
Yep, and 5 rounds on attack is pretty good. I definitely think that is very good for split. If you still think it's TT sided like I do, definitely very doable to win those 8 rounds on defense. But German efficiency, they had the money to buy, so we're gonna see what they can do with it.
We see quite a few ultimates available too. Respect!
Oof. Oh, he's gonna catch 2 with their abilities out.
Yeah, unfortunately for the side of Operas Anonymous, they're going to put themselves into a 1v2 trade. The Bristol is going to come down into nothing, and Regional came down onto nothing too, unfortunately. Because they're going to run out of sight. They're going to
blind.
K4. K4 going to land a nice headshot.
One enemy remaining.
Wait, whoa, what? What?
Switching
How did
sides.
he get there without anybody seeing them? Anyways, German efficiency gonna take the rounds, making it an 8-4 half for their defender side. Very well done, as they're going to look for only 5 rounds here on attack, and this round going to be very important. Definitely gonna set the pace for this game. Gonna see who can come out with it, and hopefully for them secure their second round with some money.
Yeah, if you're the side of Operas Anonymous, you desperately want this pistol round. You really want the round after it, and you really want the first gun round as well.
Yep.
So we need to see some really good rounds coming out of Operas Anonymous here to try to pull this game back into a even position to see if they can try to pull a win off at the end.
Yeah, and it looks like German efficiency is going to go for something big on A. They have all 5 here stacked around A lobby, and Crystal is going to put a wall down to kind of prevent them from entering.
I think that wall was placed before the round started too, as we're going to see the Cypher Cage go up to get them onto site, as the wall's coming back up, as Spaceman Spiff is got entrance onto the site, just was not able to see. I thought he was going to see Crystallize there at the tail end, thought he was going to peek out. But
Yep.
Crystallize is now kind of checking out screens, so we're going to have some fights coming up here again, as K4 is taken down by Smetty.
Spike planted.
Muffin coming down around, as we see Gregory and Crystallize coming through screens around the backside.
Smetty and Muffin both lit up.
Able to pick up 2 kills, Respect picking up the left corner in a 2v3
player
situation, as Gregory turns it into a 1v2 situation.
One enemy
He
remaining.
tries to pick up the triple kill onto Rogue Mallard. We're in a 1v1 situation. Gonna tap the box with them. Oh, he's unfortunately keeps his eyes on the turret. Respect's able to pick up the free kill on the turned opponent. Nice round from them. That's the pistol round.
Yep. Great pickup there if you're winning. I mean, they can spend some money, make sure that they get a 10-4 lead here. Gives them a lot of room for the rest of the game to mess up, even if they do. So we're gonna see some of them buy here. We might see some of them save. It is pretty standard to just not do a full complete buy, but nope, looks like they're all going to spend a bunch of money and make sure that they win this next attack round here.
It looks like they want to guarantee a round. Is they're kind of making a slow approach into garage here after they ran all the way back through spawn.
Yeah, they were walking towards A, but then I think the call must have been made to just go B instead. Operas Anonymous, they don't have a sentinel to really hold onto a site really well, so I think some of these hard pushes are really gonna work for the side of German efficiency.
Yeah, you don't have that one way from to get shot in. Oh, this is oh, Respect is able to take down Gregory. Gregory, unfortunately, in that one nice flank spot, was not able to get them. Flank spot, excuse me. Nice. But he is able to take down Rogue Mallard.
Oh no, the grenade!
Spike
He's
planted.
trying to he peeks down Spaceman. In an awkward turn of events, he's able to turn
One
down.
enemy remaining.
K4 though turns it into a 1 at the end of the day. Crystallize takes down 1, but is taken down by K4 to secure a triple kill and to secure the round.
Alright, a little bit of a misstep kind of coming out from the side of German efficiency. They made that a little bit closer, I think, than it needed to be. Smetty coming out with some huge kills there, though. Coming out with his classic.
Can I get this? Thanks.
Messing up the grenade, but it made him you know, it made him put himself into a position that I don't
Time
think
for a
Muffin
field
really
He's got
realized.
a
Or
forced him onto
Spaceman.
site to get flashed, and then
Yeah.
the flash to get the
My
kill.
ult's not ready.
yeah, it's crazy. I can't believe that happened. It's gonna be fast A here, but they're gonna get grenaded.
Yeah, that grenade and Boombot are gonna slow them down immensely right away.
Toxin screen down.
Because now they're already kind of second guessing themselves.
Oh, K4 with a great spot there to peek
Crystallize
over
did
this.
not. Yeah, Crystallize did not expect that at all. That's because that Muffin was able to pick a broke
One
and
enemy remaining.
and
nice shots.
again picking up kills as they're turning this quickly into a 3-for-1 into a 3-for-none. Nice pickup
Yeah.
round for the defenders. They needed that. They needed that rifle round incredibly badly.
Yep, they definitely needed to win that one. Unfortunately for German efficiency, it looks like they actually spent on that round what they could have just had kind of a bonus round. So they're gonna have to save again for this round, but they still have a 10-5 lead, so I don't think they're sweating too hard. But they're definitely gonna want to pick things up as defense can be pretty, or attack can
Yeah.
be pretty hard on this map if you start getting rolled.
Yeah, they'll have to be careful with their money here. They're still in a good position, but you know, hopefully that doesn't come back to cost them. Because if it does, you know, you can come back to these little situations later and be like, oh no, what if that was different? So we're gonna see the push up mid.
Flash out.
Kind of weird that I don't think we've really seen too many mid pushes. I think mid control in this map kind of dictates how well you can attack on it a lot of times.
Yeah,
As we're gonna see
it
the
is.
rush to heaven and is gonna be taken. Chromatic is Chromatic's gonna pick up.
Oh!
Runs out of bullets instead of switching to the pistol. Gets taken down by My Wang.
One
Ready
player
to
standing.
get the 3 as Chromatic. Death is not going to be in vain. Gregory takes down My Wang to turn the situation back into a 4v1 as K4 is going to watch him helplessly as he gets the spike, but put on the rest of everyone is all around them. Gets the kill on the Muffin as they force that trade really fast. Nice pickup from them. Like the aggressiveness to force the kill. They knew that trade was there. They knew one was going to die, but they wanted it.
Yeah, a nice try coming out of German efficiency to just go up mid and trying to get some kills. They probably didn't get quite as many as they wanted, but not bad getting 2.
But now you're kind of left to ask, you know, what would have happened if the last round, you know, they left it to be a bonus and then they bought last round. You know, that could have been a different situation, and we could
Maybe
be,
it's,
you know, 11-5.
11-5, yeah. It's a good question.
Toxins
It's a
going
good
up.
question. And it looks like they're gonna go for more of an A push here. As Squax is getting into sewers. They're gonna start getting into sewers. Maybe trying to switch over their attention to B. Mid.
This weird rotation through spawn thing again a little bit too. Not really sure I understand exactly what's the point of that. If that's just
Yeah, I think maybe
indecisiveness
they're
at this
just.
point.
I think it's just indecisiveness. I think maybe they're just having a little bit of lag. They're just kind of like, oh wait, actually maybe we should go B instead. Let's do that. Let's go B instead. You know, it's okay. It doesn't. I mean, it's not ideal, but
You should run.
it wastes like I don't know. 2
Killjoy ult's
seconds.
coming down. We're gonna see the down fast all of a sudden. The ult's coming in. The retard's gonna try to slow him down, but it does not matter. The Killjoy ult is just out of range. They're still just sitting in garage though. Keep that in mind. The
Yeah, and it
Raze
looks like
ult
they're
was
just
enough to
gonna
slow him down. Just the sound of the Raze
rotate
ult was enough to
up.
slow them down. Raze ult wasn't even close.
Yeah, that's kind of strange. And it looks like they're gonna rotate off, but keep Spaceman Spiff here
30
for
seconds left.
a lurk, sort of.
They're going. Oh,
nice
Pick up
flick.
one, but immediately was taken down in return by Muffin. So Wang was trying to put up his turret as opposed to hiding, helping trade with his team.
Yeah, and
One
then
player
their sword
remaining.
elbows down.
They're gonna lose this round too, as that is
10
another
seconds
big
left.
round from Uppers and Dennis, as they're able to going to be able to secure this round. As oh my goodness, maybe I spoke too soon. As K4, all you guys need to do is just relax. All right. That scared me. I thought I just gave the biggest caster curse on the planet there.
Yeah, that's a little scary. K4 coming out with 2 pretty nice shots there. I mean, damn, like those were pretty nice. But fortunately, German efficiency hasn't been able to take the last 3 attack rounds, and they're starting to lose their money a bit as they're forced into another eco round. My Wing has a gun, but I think they're gonna tell him to sell it. He's gonna buy a Guardian, but I think they're gonna tell him to sell it. I guess they're buying. Okay. Anyways, they're gonna go for a fast. A4 ulting in the screens, there's no one here. Crystallized did hear it though. And he's gonna find him. And that's gonna slow everything down. It seems like when somebody gets picked, they just don't know what to do here. They kind of just stop. And,
Yeah, their attack rounds have definitely been stopped short and very fast every time they've been struck with any of, anything, any obstacle at all. They're just, it seems like they're kind of a little unsure how to break through. Smitty's got a little flank. He checks his corner. Respect does check his corners.
I know
Nice pick up from
exactly
him.
where you
Pops the
are.
ult here, as we're gonna see some action coming here for sure. Hopefully, off of this Cypher ultimate.
yeah, and they're saying here, like, we need to win this round. We're investing our Cypher ult. We're gonna try to
Dusted.
try to get some picks, but Chromatic with a huge shot.
Prepare for hellfire.
Oh, he's
One
lining his
enemy
knife out.
remaining.
Nice pickup for the defenders as they're getting dangerously close to evening out this scoreline. As if you're German efficiency, you got to make something happen. Your money's scarce, your money's a little rough, and you're getting pretty close to making this looking down at 10-9.
Yeah, this is rough because they bought last round, so they don't have enough money to full buy. They could force with some Spectres here. It looks like they're talking about whether or not they want to do that, but I think the decision is going to be to save for next round, and that's pretty scary. I think you're looking at losing this round here, making it 10-9. Really big
Toxins
for
going up.
Anonymous.
We'll see if they can pull the Thrifty off, but it's gonna be hard, and it's looking pretty rough based on these last few rounds. When they've been on equal footing, let alone when they're on unequal footing.
Yeah, we're gonna see some pressure in mid here. Screk really going in hard. And
Ooh, barely missed him.
Blinding.
Pressure's gonna stay mid, but they're gonna just kind of try to feel it out, see what can happen here. As Respect's gonna take a good bit of damage, and they're finally coming. But Spaceman Spiff's immediately gonna be stepped up as Muffin gets a kill and gets on out of there with that invulnerability. Nice pickup from him as they're gonna watch this as looks like King's still right here as Chromatic's able to finish off that kill in Respect. That's a big pickup from his. Gregory
One
also
player remaining.
People picks one. They know where and unfortunately for him, he's gonna be taken down by Muffin.
yeah, that was kind of a meat grinder there in mid. They all pushed in and just slowly, one by one, got picked off in the foray. They did have pistols, so now we're gonna see their full buy. But man, looking at the money from Operas Anonymous, they have so much money to fall back on every round that you take off of them. It doesn't matter. They're gonna come back with full rifles and full armor every round. So this is looking pretty scary for the side of German efficiency. They had the 8-4 lead, but given it up and gone 2-5 since then.
This round's big because if German efficiency loses this round, they might just very well determine the game. But
Yeah.
the scary thing is if they win this round, it just kind of guarantees their money can continue.
Yep.
So we're in a
Yeah.
very delicate situation here, especially with the economy and especially with how they're going to have to play this out with the momentum, all things considered. So we'll see if they're able to make something happen here, as there's going to be some hanging out in garage from the side of Operas Anonymous, as they're looking to be a little slow, a little gingerly with their push, or excuse me, German efficiency.
Yeah, and I think they should just go faster onto this. There's no sentinels. All there is the molly. They can afford to send some people through, maybe jump over it and just kind of take a fast push and just play their trades out. I think they really can do
Joke's
that.
over. You're
I think
dead.
they know they're here, and oh, they're gonna have the Rogue
trigger.
Mallard Phoenix ult coming on in as they're coming in fast. He's able to get a little bit of damage, but it doesn't matter because Muffin gets the heal on that, keep in mind, as Reyna gets his heals on the clone, and that's a big pickup there as Muffin gets two, but it's
player remaining. 30
Many
seconds
picks
left.
down one. The bomb's getting planted down by Respect.
Planted
Spike
In a
planted.
1v2 situation, if he can hold this, it's gonna be big. But he needs to
One
find
player
the
remaining.
I
Oh!
hate visiting
headshots,
underground
picking up the
doctors.
4K, ensuring his team survives and ensuring his team's economy survives. Most importantly, this game continues. That was a big momentum stopper and just what they needed.
Oh my God! Respect with the headshots. That was nutty. He got one tap before getting 2 headshots. That's insane.
I gotta be honest. I was just about to be like, well, unfortunately, as soon as I saw that first headshot go down, I thought it was just over. And
Yeah.
insane play out of Respect. Nice play out of him. Keeps the game alive.
Whew. And not only did they win that round, they won the battle for their economy. As they are going to have enough money to buy this round. Hopefully for them, they're going to secure this round and take it to match point. But if they lose, they're in the same situation, the same cycle of buying and saving, and it's tough. A great pick coming out of Respect.
Get the nice headshot again. He's become a headshot machine lately. These last couple rounds, as he's able to turn this into a 5v4 situation.
I know
As
exactly.
Even with these picks, they're not really making decisive decisions on the sites. As he's able to rotate around and pick up Rogue Mallard with that wallbang headshot. Kills him.
Yeah, and they didn't take site fast enough, so Viper has had a chance to lay her ult down onto the A site.
On the backside. That is a big confirm. Gregory's barely able to make sure he steps and stops before he's able to get taken down as he goes around. They know where Omen is though, and they know B site's the target now.
Yeah.
As
They're all
Muffin
gonna come through heaven.
gets a nice kill on a Spaceman Spiff, as we're in a situation that is delicate for both teams, keep in mind.
Spike
So
planted.
K4, low health here. A little low health, excuse me, here, as Respect, excuse me, is low health, the low health one. So we're in a delicate situation. K4 able to take down Muffin. We're in a 3v2,
One
but
player
keep in
remaining.
mind, it's going to be 3 situations. Able to take Respect, who is not able to see the left people on the left side of him from heaven. That is taken down. That turns the tides to match point.
Match
K4
point.
coming up huge in that last round. Oh man, getting a 4K. He has 31 kills now. This is quite the game for K4. This is nuts. He's having a field day here. He's had so many impactful rounds. I've lost count, honestly. Great performance out of him.
Yeah,
We're
he's
gonna
had
go
some
to
really
match
great
point for
lurks,
German
too.
efficiency. Yep.
Something that probably hasn't been pointed out enough by us, but he's had some really good
yeah,
positioning, some really
for
good
sure.
placements. As seems like they've got their mojo back in these last few rounds, so we'll see if they can keep it going. As we're, like we said, match point, big round for them, and we'll see if Oppers Anonymous can keep their game hopes alive. The breach out comes out right away. Unfortunately, I believe they missed both of them. Smoke, I don't think hit anyone as well. Yeah, the flash is me. Don't think hit anyone else before, but
Ooh,
okay,
K4!
to get that headshot from him as they're in a 4v2 situation. Spaceman Smith picks up Smetty after he picks up Rogue Mallard himself. So they're
A-site's
going to get
completely
this
clear.
A site as long as they just decide to take it. They're still a little cautious though.
Yeah, they're going a little slow, but
One player remaining.
oof, and their Spaceman Spiff gonna find a pick onto Gregory, and this is looking
Spike
quite
planted.
amazing now for the side of German efficiency. Crystallized forced to just
Oh, he ran. I think they heard that. I think I'm
my
pretty sure
guess.
K4 heard that. K4.
Yeah.
Oh, he has his back turned though. He might not have heard that.
Toxins
Oh, that
going
does
up.
not gonna matter
Yeah,
as
no.
the trap wire is gonna be shot and Chris is gonna be taken down by K4. Taken down
Attackers
again.
win.
K4 with a 34K. Nice pickup from him. Nice game from him. Nice games overall. It was very exciting, very fun to watch.
amazing game out of K4 there.
Definitely love to see that ace as we check out that scoreboard
400
really quick.
combat score.
One time before we ship it off to the third game. Yeah, nice combat score to K4. We're definitely going to see him shoot up on that leaderboard. Make sure, check out the Discord for those statistics. Keep an eye on those. It's going to be fun after this week. We've seen some ups and downs from a lot of players. So as we see this nice giant 102 gap in between him and Smetty, we see a big play out of him in Respect. So we'll have to see if this can keep up in the following weeks. Oppers Anonymous looked like they picked up some steam, looked like they were figuring some things out. Hopefully they can keep it going in the following weeks. So as we kick it on off to a small break before we get on to the next game, make sure you guys don't touch that dial and stick with us. Stay tuned for more action.